Hello, my name is Michaela Thompson. I am the Job Placement Coordinator for the Gateway and Project CNA and HHA grant. And today I'm going to explain how to fill out an employment incentive request form. So before I start, I want to note that you may hear the term employment incentive or employment bonus, and these refer to the same thing. These are both referring to the $500 bonus that we give to program graduates for being employed in qualifying positions. So on the employment incentive request form, you're going to start out by putting your contact information. It's important that you fill out every section completely. So for your name, you want your first and your last name. The training school is going to be the school that you received training for CNA or HHA that was funded by the Gateway and Project. And then your address needs to include an apartment or unit number if you have one, as well as the city, state, and the zip code. So it's important that we have a full address here in case we do need to send you a paper check instead of a direct deposit. We need to have your complete address, including the zip code on your form. Mailing address, you only need to worry about if you receive mail at a PO box or somewhere other than your home address. And then for your email, just double check and make sure that nothing is spelled wrong. Everything is complete because you will be asked to verify this email address once you finish your form. And go ahead and enter in your phone number. And then you'll get to the employment section. So your employment start date is going to be the date that you were hired as a certified nursing assistant or a home health aide. So if you happen to work for the same employer previously in a different position, such as housekeeping or caregiving, you had a different job title and you became a CNA, you want to put the start date as the date you were hired as the CNA. And then, of course, enter your job title. And then the company name will be the name of the company that you work for. So not the supervisor's name, but the company name. If you have the address, you can also enter it here on the form. Once all of your contact and employment information is complete and correct, you will go down to the payment request section where you will actually request your bonus. So in the payment request section, the date column is always going to be the date you are filling out the form. So you cannot claim a bonus for a future date. And you do not want to enter your hire date or a past date here. This date means this is the date you are requesting this bonus. So on the first line, it's always going to be populated for you already, so you don't have to worry about that. You will go to the drop-down menu and choose the bonus that you are requesting. And then the amount of $500 will populate for you over here. If you are only requesting one bonus, then do not fill out any other lines. You would just put that one and move on to the next section. If you are requesting more than one bonus because you're eligible, you will go to the next line. This time you'll have to manually enter in today's date. And then the drop-down menu will pop up. You'll choose the next bonus that you're requesting. And again, the amount of $500 will populate over here. So in this total box, don't worry that it stays blank. That gets filled out once the Gateway and Project staff reviews the form to make sure everything's correct, and then the total will populate here. Okay, once you have your bonus information here, you can go on to sign the form. So you will click to sign. You can choose to type your signature, or you can use your mouse or your finger to draw your signature and then type in your name. And the date, again, is all already populated for you over here. So once you sign it, it's not complete yet. You still have to upload your proof of employment. So scroll down to the second page. This is going to show you what we are looking for. So you want to make sure you are submitting a pay stub. Your job might refer to it as an earnings statement or a pay detail. As long as it has all of this information, then that works for us. but it needs to show your company name and address, your name and address, and your pay period beginning and ending date here. It will also show a pay date and the amount of hours that you worked. So keep going down to the third page, and this is where you will attach those pay stubs. So the form does require that you attach at least 2 pay stubs before you can submit the form. And what you want to do, which is very important, is submit the first pay stub from your job and the most recent pay stub that you've received. So when you submit the first and the last pay stub, it gives us a full range of your employment. It tells us how long you have been working there, and it also tells us the company information so we can verify that you do qualify for the bonus. And once your pay stubs are attached, you will go ahead and click to sign the form. And then it's going to ask you to verify your email address. So you'll have to go to your email, click on the verification link. Once you do that, it's going to tell you that your form has been completed and sent to the next person to sign. So that email from Adobe is your confirmation that the Gateway and Project staff have received your form. And it will take up to 7 business days before you will get another email from us regarding the status of your bonus. I do want to go over the pay stubs in a little more detail because the biggest reason that the forms would get denied is because your pay stubs are not correct. Okay, so this is an example of a 6-month bonus and the pay stubs that you need to submit. So if you are requesting a 6-month bonus, you're going to want to make sure that your pay stubs are at least 6 months apart. So for this example, the pay period is in January for the first pay stub, and the second pay stub, the pay period is in June. So this will show us that, yes, you have been working there for at least 6 months. And again, you have that employer information and you as the employee's information there as well. Okay, and then this is an example of a 12-month bonus pay stubs. So again, you have the pay period in January on the first pay stub, and then the second pay stub is January of the following year. So this shows us that you've been employed for at least 12 months. So again, you want to do the first pay stub you've received and the most recent one for each bonus you're requesting. Sometimes you might work for more than one qualifying employer. So in that case, you will want to attach the first pay stub and the last pay stub for each job that qualifies. So if you don't submit the first and last for each job, then your form again will be denied and you'll have to resubmit it with the correct information. And these are examples of what not to submit with your bonus form. So we cannot accept anything that doesn't look like the pay stub example on the form. So if it's a screenshot of your bank deposit, if it's a screenshot of your pay history from work, or if it's a copy of your paycheck, none of those things give us the information we need to verify that you qualify for the bonus. So none of those would be accepted. If you submit any of these, then your form will be denied. So once your form is submitted, it will take up to 7 business days to be reviewed, and then you will be notified through email whether your bonus was approved, or you will be notified if we need more information from you, or if we need you to submit a new form. And the payment is made through direct deposit. It takes about 45 to 60 days from the date you submit your form before you actually receive the payment. So please plan accordingly. It's not an immediate payment. It does take, it could take up to 2 months before it gets to you. And once the payment is ready to be made, you'll get an email from Melio. It's called Melio Services, and that's when you will put in your bank routing and account number. And then your payment will be made to you within a few days after that Melio email. If you have any questions, you can find our contact information on our website, thegatewayandproject.org. You would reach out specifically to me, Michaela Thompson, job placement coordinator. I will handle all things employment bonus. So if you have any questions, please send me your questions through email.